Hey guys, I'm Sashelle and this is Sashelle in Shape, and this is my YouTube channel. It's going to be about fitness and weight loss and dating and just being a 20-something year old. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is my weight loss journey. At my heaviest, I was about 225 pounds. Now I'm currently between 150 and 155 pounds. About my family background, my parents are from the Caribbean. And just learned habits is that you just don't let food go to waste. So if you have a plate, you finish what's on it. That's always been the mentality growing up, and a lot of people in my family are overweight or obese, and there's hypertension, diabetes, all of those kind of things that run in my family. So that's something that definitely has contributed to my weight gain throughout the years. And then also the way that the women in my family carry their weight is it's all carried like a pizza shape in the upper body. So that's something that I also experienced. When I first started gaining weight was in 5th grade. I went to a doctor's appointment. I remember it clear as yesterday. I was about 120 pounds and the doctor told me, you're just 10 pounds overweight, just cut back on sugar, exercise a little bit more and you'll be fine. And for some reason, I took that information and I said, oh, well, I'm only 10 pounds overweight. That's nothing, I can eat whatever I want. And over the course of that summer before middle school, I put on 35 pounds. And throughout the course of middle school, I was about 165 pounds. And all throughout middle school, every single day of middle school and my freshman year of high school, I wore a black jacket. And the reason why I wore a jacket, it was because I was embarrassed of my weight gain. And I thought by wearing this jacket, it's slimming me down. People aren't noticing it and it hides me in a sense. So all throughout middle school and freshman year of high school, and in actually my freshman year of high school, I wore the jacket and also I wore a girdle to school every single day. Because again, I was just very self-conscious about myself and I thought this is going to make me look better. After freshman year of high school, I actually spent the summer at my grandparents' house. And over that summer, I decided to get really into Pilates. So I started doing Pilates for 2 hours a day and then cardio 2 hours a day. Also, I tried Jenny Craig for a month. And Jenny Craig is very expensive and it wasn't really sustainable for me to be on it for a while. So after that month, I just made a diet plan very similar to Jenny Craig. So over the course of that summer, I went from 165 pounds to probably 120 pounds. So coming back to high school, I was very slim. Everybody was like, oh my God, you've lost so much weight. And at the time, it was just very shocking because now I was starting to get attention from my male classmates and also from men. So anyways, yeah, I'd be a kid walking to school with a backpack on, and then these grown men are catcalling me, honking their horns, trying to approach me, and not even just walking to school, just being at the mall with friends, clearly a child, grown men would be approaching me. So at the time, I remember I was proud of the fact that I lost weight, but I was also very resentful of my weight loss because now all of a sudden everyone wants to talk to me, befriend me, flirt with me. Where was this attention before? I'm the same exact person, but all of a sudden, I'm seen as more valuable to society. And that really hurt my feelings, and that's something I internalized for a long time. But also, even though I lost the weight, unfortunately, I am a stress eater. I am a binge eater. So anytime I encounter stress in life, I go to something sweet or to something savory because it always helps me cope with stress. So by the time I graduated high school, I was probably 150 pounds. I gained some of that weight. And then I went to college and the freshman 15 happened. I ended up becoming 165 pounds by the end of freshman year. And each year of college, I gained an additional 5 pounds. So then my senior year rolled around. I was in my second semester. I was working night shift at the time, and I probably put on an additional 10 pounds. Or 20 pounds. I ended up graduating college at about 185 pounds, and I was just very disappointed in myself, to get to that place. Summer after college, I had a hard time finding a job, so I moved back in with my parents. I was at home all day. I was snacking. I was on the couch watching TV, and I gained more weight. And by the time that summer was over, or 6 months after college, I realized I was 225 pounds. And that was very hard for me. I was so discouraged and embarrassed of myself. I didn't want anyone from high school or college to see me, to see the fact that I put on all this weight throughout the years. And it was just very hard for me. And also, I have a sister who's very slim. And all throughout college, high school, and especially after I became 225 pounds, anytime we were with a mutual friend, co-workers, a family gathering, people would always point out that I was the fat sister. That became my new title, my new name. Like, oh, she's the fat one, or oh my God, your sister looks so great, she's beautiful. You know, all these compliments would be given to her, which my sister is beautiful, you know, that's very true. But the way that things were portrayed to me, it's like she is so much superior, and you're nothing to be looked at. And that really hurt me. I was just like, you know, why can't we be two separate entities? Why do you have to be constantly compared to your siblings, you know? So that was very hard for me, and I would confide in my sister all the time, like, you know, people keep calling me the fat sister, or, you know, they tell me that I look bad or that I'm gaining weight, and it was hurting me. And my sister did push me because she said, you know what, why don't you just do something about it ultimately? And I had that conversation with my sister and with my mom and other people multiple times, but with weight loss, that's something where you have to really make a mental commitment to yourself. You have to become invested in your own health and goals. So even though you can say, oh, I'm going to get an accountability buddy, girl, we're going to lose this weight together. You know, for me, in my history, when you try to lose weight with a friend, somebody falls off the wagon and then you end up going it alone. So I said, you know what, I'm tired of feeling bad about myself, about being embarrassed, about wearing shirts that are 2-3 sizes too big to try to hide all my fat or my weight gain. I'm going to do something about it. So probably a year after I graduated college, I said, you know what, I'm going to start running. So I just started jogging in the park. And I didn't really want to exercise in public because I was embarrassed. Like, everyone's going to see me as the fat girl jogging. But at the same time, you have to break loose of that. You just have to realize I'm doing this for myself. So I started running in the park. I started taking hip hop dance classes. Like, I did things that I enjoyed. And then also I changed my diet. I said, you know what, I'm going to get a salad instead of getting some fast food, or I'm going to try to live an active lifestyle. So I did that for probably 6 months, and I went from 225 to about 170 pounds. And I was so proud of myself. Like, I made a huge jump in the right direction. So I was about 170 pounds, and I was continuing the same diet I had been on for about 2 or 3 months. And over the course of 2 or 3 months, I gained 10 pounds. And I was like, whoa, I am not going back to where I was. Like, that's not going to work. So again, like, I'm pretty close to my sister, so I confided in her, like, I don't know what to do. What I've been doing hasn't been working. Like, I don't know what to do. And she pushed me to go to different gyms and look at personal training, which is what I did. And I did not want to get a personal trainer. I'm a very cheap person. I'm extremely frugal. I look up to the people on extreme couponing because, like, I want to be that when I grow up, you know? So it was very hard for me to commit to getting a trainer because I did not want to spend the money. So I first met a trainer who was kind of bootleg. We worked out on the beach for about an hour. I didn't really feel like I was being challenged or that he was knowledgeable. I remember at the time I asked him for some diet advice, and he was like, oh, go on this Instagram page. So when your trainer is, you know, referring you to an Instagram page instead of using their own knowledge and background, I was like, you know what, this is probably not going to work. So I went to a couple different gyms for tours. I decided to go with LA Fitness because I felt like their personal training was the most affordable for what it was. So I signed up for personal training at LA Fitness, I want to say July of 2016. And I was extremely determined because the personal training was $300 for 5 sessions a month. So for me, I said to myself, if I'm going to be paying that much money to train, I'm going to get results. I'm not going to let my money go to waste because, again, I'm extremely cheap. I don't like to spend money. So I took my weight loss very seriously. Anything my trainer told me to do, I did it. And then my weight loss again became very rapid because I started weight training, where before all I was doing was cardio. So with my trainer giving me nutrition, diet, advice, and also instructing me on how to use weights, because before this, when I would go to the gym, I would go straight to the treadmill, straight to the elliptical. I was intimidated by the weight room. I saw all these big buff guys and I felt overwhelmed by going in there, not knowing what I'm doing and feeling like I look stupid. So when you have knowledge, it is powerful. Because I only worked out with my trainer 5 sessions a month, but he equipped me with knowledge to carry me through the rest of the month. So after working out with my trainer for probably about 6 or 7 months or less, I was able to get down to about 145, 150 pounds. So I was able to achieve my goal. So right now I'm about 155 pounds. My current goal, I would like to lose another 5 to 10 pounds. At my heaviest, I was a size 16. Now I'm about a size 6. So I would like to be a size 4 if at all possible. I have had some setbacks in my weight loss. What I watched with a lot of YouTubers is they lost the weight and their bodies were just, beautiful and sculpted. But unfortunately, after losing all of the weight, I developed a lot of extra skin because I did lose the weight of a small child. So I had a lot of excess skin and complications from that, so I took care of that, and that's probably what I'm going to dive into in my next video, letting you know about what you have to do in order to lose that excess skin, or one of the options that I chose.